Yo, what up? Thank you for the continued support. Kootenai Sound Connection. It's a link for GoFundMe below this. So, I was just having the thought. I signed on Facebook just to check how everything's going, and right away got a message. And I didn't intend to sort of being on Facebook. I didn't intend on messages, and how it's just violence, and how that. So I started to think about people and whether or not, because I don't believe that people are inherently bad. I believe that people are inherently good and filled with love. But things happen along the way, and for example, if you were born into a situation where there was violence every day, and you were picked on and put in the corner and told you were dumb and told you were wrong and hit, and then the school system takes that and gives you detention every day, and it's just like punishment, 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 getting told you're bad. Then you become a product of your environment. Now it's still a choice what you do with that. you know are you using your time to help people? Are you trying to make someone's day better? So yeah, so it kind of is what it is. I think it's so we need to empathize for these people. Funny enough how that is. I say funny enough because well, hurt people need to be empathized for, and because they're going around hurting people. Hurt people, and the solution is to care for them. It's a matter of how, and obviously not everyone is strong enough to uh, to help someone who's hurting people that badly. So the reality is they have to help themselves. So we have to figure out a way to influence them and guide them. And with all everything the way the media is and everything, I wonder if it's just it's so extreme that way that I think it can cause people to snap out of it and to be good people. Because if you open your eyes right now, people, guys, women, children, if you open your eyes right now, it's like what? There's lies in the media, lies in the politics, lies in, business. People are talking about it openly. Hey, you know, they're like almost promoting it, and they're talking about their lies. So, yeah, because that's the reality. It's like, at what point are you just going to open your eyes and decide to do the exact opposite of all that? Because the problem is if you're doing it, then you're a product of your environment too. So we manifest our own realities, and we are what we eat, we are what we say, and we are what we do, and it encompasses us in the moment, and that is who we are in that moment. So this is how you snap out of being a victim. You just in the moment you go, okay, I am good, I am strong, and first of all, get to a place. You got to find a way to get to a place where people aren't hurting you anymore, where you're not being hurt by those around you. So I wrote something in a song, I think it was, and it said, I got hit a lot as a kid, as a youth, because I was standing where they were hitting people. So, where I was standing, there was people were getting hit. It was everywhere, like just all around. There was hitting happening. So at that point, I had two options: stay in that area, and I'd probably get hit, or leave. I stayed, and I would come back every day. I wanted friends. There's always 100 reasons why you stay. I wanted to hang out. I wanted to, be social or be cool. That was the cool crowd or whatever. But the reality is, take personal self accountability. I could have left. I had a choice, and so realizing and learning that's probably the hardest thing a person would have to go through, is taking personal self accountability. Because some of the times it's like, wow, I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14 when I started getting punched by the older kids. I was like, the first time I got punched like that, I got hit and beaten. Like, I say beaten, like, I don't know how bad it was. I was 14. I got beaten till I cried though. And I remember I was crying quite hard. And the guy said, "Why are you crying?" Because you're hitting me. I'm like, why are you hitting me? I didn't get it. What does Mike Tyson talks about this too? Like the first time he got beat up and robbed, he's like, why would you hit me? And you compare myself with Mike Tyson. Yeah. Anyways, um, I love Mike Tyson. He's a great guy. He's a great guy to listen to. Um, yeah, why are you hitting me? And it's almost like it's off a movie Schindler's List or something. The reason why I hit you now is because you asked me why I hit you. You know, what this guy told me is, he's like, he beat me till I stopped crying. Beat me till I cried and beat me till I stopped crying. And, so what a life. Don't, it's good not to be blaming people. Blame, or blaming anything. You want to get to a place where you don't blame anything. First get to a place maybe where you blame yourself. Then you can take accountability for everything. And then get blame out of your diet. You don't need to blame. Take accountability. Say, no, I'm taking responsibility. Response, ability. I have the ability to respond to this correctly. And if you're standing in a place and people are hitting you, uh, you could freak out and tell everyone and be like, "There's an injustice here." The first thing I would do is move, go where people aren't hitting, get to dry land. If you're in a place where this is, yeah, I mean, if you're in a place where an injustice is happening, then leave that place right away. And you either want to bring as many people with you as you can that are getting the injustice, or just leave yourself. Especially if you see someone who wants to come and needs a road or a door, bring them with. But really, it's about you bringing yourself, because otherwise, these other people have weird ways for wanting to get abused, and often they don't realize. They don't realize. But if they feel a lack of love, that's the truth of all this. When you love yourself, you won't let yourself get beaten. You won't get hit. You won't get manipulated or hurt like that. Not when you love yourself. So, anyways, there's a little video. Food for thoughts. Yo, thanks for the continued support. I have links below to everything I do, and I'm going to cook up some freestyles here. Peace.